You gonna do the video for me? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've recorded a video. Obviously with all of the stuff going on in the world right now, I have felt like uncomfortable about talking about makeup or books or anything like that without commenting on what's going on in the world, specifically America right now. And I've come to the conclusion that of course it is going to be uncomfortable addressing this. This is like systematic racism that has been ingrained in our society for hundreds and hundreds of years, and as a person of privilege, it's always going to be uncomfortable to me because, you know, at best we've been ignorant and blind, and at worst we've been participating in this, whether it be unknowingly or knowingly, and it is going to take a lot of learning and unlearning to figure out where we've gone wrong, where we can go right, how we can help, how we can be allies, how we can help change this really disgusting thing that has been going on in the world. So yeah, I really wanted to address it in my video. I just didn't want to come and be like, oh la-di-da, you know, the world's fucking all about makeup and shit like that, because that's not who I am as a person. For those of you who don't know, I'm from New Zealand, and I was very lucky to grow up privileged, safe, away from a lot of what people have had to experience all of their lives. By no means New Zealand is not perfect. Every country, every town, every place in the world is not immune to racism. It is unfortunately an illness that kind of permeates every part of the world in some way or another. So we definitely have problems in New Zealand, but I would say for me specifically, and where I grew up, I was very sheltered, I was very naive, I was aware of what was going on, and I was aware of racism and all of that, but not to the extent that I've started to learn about recently. It wasn't actually until I went to university and I did a paper on generational trauma did I really start to comprehend what has been happening and how it affects generations and generations of Black people and people of colour. And it really opened my eyes, and it made me angry, as it should make everyone angry, and it made me want to learn. But also I think I had a bit of comfort from my position of privilege, both geographically and me myself being privileged. So I was very aware of what had gone on in the past and how it affected the future, and I considered myself to be getting more educated about it, but I didn't understand that it was still going on, and to the extent it was going on, because A, I was all the way in New Zealand, and B, I couldn't ever understand it because I don't live my life facing racism and violence and just terror every day. So I'm never going to understand it. I'm going to make mistakes when I try and talk about it, which I'm happy to do because I would much prefer to talk about this, raise awareness as much as I can, and make a few mistakes, then stay silent, because that is not who I am. I know as an author, if you don't know, I'm an author, I've kind of strived to not get political or alienate people using my platform, because that's just, I don't believe in that. But this isn't about politics, this is human rights, and it's something that we shouldn't be able to escape. We shouldn't be able to find a safe place where we can kind of escape this conversation, because people of colour and Black people can't escape it, and we shouldn't either. So we should sit in our discomfort, and we should make mistakes, and we should learn how to help people. So that's what I'm going to do. I am learning, and I am really just figuring out how I can contribute. So that's what I'm doing, and this is the tiniest way I could do it. This is by no means the only thing I'm doing, but sitting here and kind of making sure that I am a part of the conversation and that I'm not staying silent. So if you are one of those people that want to escape and kind of over this discussion of unfortunately seeing a lot of people like that on social media, it makes me very sad, and it makes me just angry as well. But if you are one of those people, then unfortunately tough shit. Like, I'm going to talk about it. It's not something that we, you know, post a fucking black square on our Instagram and then just get over it. This is an ongoing conversation, one that I was naive and ignorant in thinking I didn't need to have because I was just blind to it. So that is what I'm going to intro this video to. It feels a bit weird, some of the things that I've included as favorites, because it seems like too light and it just seems wrong, but these are definitely things that have helped me and helped me learn and helped me open my eyes. So I want to include them because I hope that if you haven't read or watched or listened to any of this stuff, I hope that you can pick it up and really it can make a difference for you too. So that is why I'm going to start with some of the things I'm starting with, and throughout these next few videos that I've got coming up, I want to do more spotlights, like black romance author haul. I did a list in my latest newsletter of black romance authors. I want a haul of all like the paperbacks, and then I want to do like a haul of like black owned beauty products, stuff like that, stuff that I make sure that I continue to support people of color where I can and continue to have the conversation, because for those living in New Zealand maybe, or just people in different parts of the world, protests are still going on here in America all the time, and unfortunately the media haven't been reporting on them as much now, but people are still fighting for their rights, as they should be. People are still fighting against police brutality and looking for reform. So I just want you to be aware of that, and I'll make sure to put some links down below, petitions you can sign where you can donate, authors you can support and things like that. And please, if you have any charities and things to add, please do so in the comments, because I definitely don't know all of them. I'm still learning. So that is just how I'm going to start this. This is going to be a long video, and hopefully I've said a lot of the things that I wanted to say. I definitely probably didn't say them as elegantly as I thought in my head, but you know, fuck it, whatever. I'm starting this conversation, something I probably should have started a long time ago, and it's going to happen. And I really hope that you are learning and being open to kind of accepting the fact that you may have been wrong in the past, and you may have participated in things, whether it be unknowingly or knowingly, and just really just trying to learn. Like, as humans, that's all we can do. We can learn. It's the most important thing, to evolve and be kind to each other. That is another thing I quickly want to touch on. I know I'm rambling, but I've seen a lot on social media, and I experienced myself, like, people writing things that I just didn't understand on my posts. I was just like, really trying to put myself in their shoes, being like, how can you post this? It's really baffling to me, and a lot of people are angry because they're scared. They don't know enough. They've been brought up a certain way. There's no excuse for any of the hate that's being spouted, but it just, please remember to be kind to people. That's just the main thing. This is where it should all come from. We're all human beings, and just please be kind to one another. So, and fucking fight against racism. Be anti-racist. That's, fucking do it, okay? Alright, so first up, I'm going to talk about this book called Homegoing. And now I probably should have looked up the phonetic way to spell this author's name, which I probably am going to do right now. So I quickly just looked at a video. It's Ya Jassy, I hope I'm saying that right, is the author of this book called Homegoing. Really fucking life-changing, this book. It is so heartbreaking and so beautifully written. The talent here is, I think I'm in the wrong place. Oh, it doesn't matter. A little scary. So beautifully written, obviously heartbreaking subject matter, but it is a really powerful place to start your journey of learning. If you haven't educated yourself, if maybe you don't fully understand the history of slavery and how we got to where we are, this is a beautiful, beautiful way to start, and in the most heartbreaking of ways. It feels weird to call it beautiful, but the writing is just impeccable. It is, if you're familiar with Roots, and I know it was a mini series, but when I was doing my trauma paper in university, I actually read the book. Very similar. It starts in Africa with the tribes and, you know, their daily life, and all of a sudden they're torn from that and put on these horrible ships and taken to be slaves and sold like cattle instead of the human beings that they are. And this is very similar concept, but it follows two half sisters, one who marries a white British soldier and one who is sold into slavery, and it continues of their generations and shows how their children do and how their lives are affected. Oh, fucker. And how their lives are affected, and it is quite a talented feat to go through generations. And I think it's one chapter is one generation and one point of view, and it is really hard as an author, I'll tell you that, to create a connection to a character that you only talk about in one chapter, sorry. So, and she did that, and I am just blown away by this. I've recommended this to everyone that I can. It is a really, really good place to start, and it'll get you fired up, and it'll get you emotional enough to be like, I want to learn more, I want to do more, and it will help you understand how slavery is affecting people today and how it's changed the trajectory of people's lives. So I think this is a must read. I'm going to do a haul of some other books that I've been buying and reading. I wanted that to be a little bit separate, but this is just a really, really punch you in the stomach and the throat way to start. So if you are a little bit lost on where to start and want something like that, I highly recommend it. If you have other books to recommend, please do so in the comments. As I said, I'm going to do a whole. Taylor and I actually have just bought quite a lot of books to help both of us educate ourselves further and support Black authors. So look for that in the future, but highly, highly, highly recommend. Next up is actually a couple of movies that I've been watching. The first one is The 13th. I believe it's just called The 13th. I watched this and then I called my mum in New Zealand sobbing like incoherently because of just the way that it affected me, and just how powerful it was, and just the history of the laws in America and corruption and the corrections and imprisonment and the way Black people are prosecuted and imprisoned, and what the 13th Amendment really meant. And it was just really, really powerful, especially for someone like me who's from New Zealand, who doesn't know a lot about the American Constitution and presidents and laws and all of that kind of stuff. I have so much to learn because I am getting married to an American and I'm living here right now, and it is my duty to understand the country that I'm in and the struggles of the people. So that one really affected me. As I said, I called my mum sobbing, and she's like, which is actually a little bit of a quote from a book that I'm about to talk about next. It's like, yeah, you're an emotional person and this is affecting you, but like, what are you going to do about it? Like, crying and getting this worked up is doing nothing. You're not helping anyone, nothing is happening. And mum said it in obviously a nicer way, but it's true. Like, we should cry about this, and we should be emotional, we should get angry, and we should do things, we should get actionable. So that one was really, really powerful, along with the movie Just Mercy. Actually, I quickly want to, this is a quote from the movie. There was like fucking millions of quotes that I wanted to talk about, but I know I did. Where is it? Here it is. There's a lot of powerful quotes, but this one, it ended on this, and it is really, really like disturbing. People say all the time, well, I don't understand how we could have tolerated slavery. How could they have made peace with that? How could people participate, have gone to a lynching and participated in that? That is so crazy. If I was living in that time, I never would have tolerated anything like that. And the truth is, we are living in this time, and we are tolerating it. And that is how it ended, and I just thought that was really poignant and confronting and ultimately true. So the rhetoric has changed, the justifications have changed. It's become more invisible to people like me, for example, who don't have to live with it every day, but it's still happening, and it's our responsibility to uncover that and do something about it. So that is my spiel. As I said, I'm going to be going a lot more into this. I'm going to have dedicated videos, but I really implore you to check those out and let me know about other movies and documentaries. Oh, another one that I watched months ago that I again called Taylor sobbing is, I think it's called When They See Us Now, They See Us Now, about the Central Park 5. again, something that I was ignorant about, didn't even know happened, and broke my heart. There was a really powerful Oprah interview that she did with the real life boys, now men, who are unfairly prosecuted. So that's a really, really good one. Next up is another book. It is Untamed by Glennon Doyle. This is such a great book, especially for women. Taylor and I just did a really long trip, and we listened to her speak on our favourite podcast, Armchair Expert. If you haven't listened to Armchair Expert, I highly recommend it. It's with Dax Shepard. And he's recently, I haven't listened to them yet, but he's recently got a few experts to talk about racism and institutionalized racism and how we can change it. Really looking forward to listening to those and finding more ways that I can help. That is a must-listen podcast, in my opinion. So, Untamed by Glennon Doyle. I think every woman should read this. It is so powerful. I'm getting Taylor to read it too. It is really honest and it is really honest in a way a lot of books aren't. It is really readable, like it's palatable. The chapters are relatively short and they pack a punch. It's definitely a must read for women, and just uncovering parts of yourself and being comfortable with yourself. And yeah, I really like her writing style. It's kind of similar to Elizabeth Gilbert if you read Big Magic, which I got Taylor into and he loved, and he actually admitted to me last night, he's like, I have a real problem with admitting that I like things that you recommend. I don't know what it is. And I was like, I know, I've made peace with that. Like, if I see you reading something I recommend, I consider it a win. I know you're never going to tell me I was right. But it's very similar to Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, but in different ways. This is a lot less about creativity and more about uncovering who you are. And I was actually just talking to one of my best friends about how I'm really loving growing up and growing into a phase of my life where I'm really starting to understand myself and really starting to kind of discover things about myself and really willing to learn and change. So I think this is a really, really good read. I recommended it to her and I hope she's read it. I can't wait to see if she has. Next up, I'm not going to use that because this little dog is using it as a pillow. Oh, sorry, baby. Oh, has it been leaking everywhere? No, it hasn't, thankfully. This is the Watermelon Glow PHA and BHA Pore Tight Toner by Glow Recipe. This is they have the most fucking Instagrammable, aesthetically pleasing packaging ever. I actually wasn't even sure if I liked this. For the longest time, I put it on, I'm like, I don't know if I like the way it feels on my skin. It just don't feel like it's doing anything. And then literally yesterday, I woke up and looked at my skin. I'm like, holy shit, bitch, your skin looks good. It looks real good. And I have only changed two things in my routine, and there's both by Glow Recipe. So this is a pore tightening toner. It does have BHAs and PHAs in it, which is a little bit stronger. So it says, I think, to use it twice a day, but I don't. I use it only once a day. And you don't need a cotton pad, you just pour it right on your fingers and put it into your skin. And it is bomb. It is really, as I said, it's so weird. When I was using it, I'm like, I feel like this isn't doing anything. And then I looked at my skin, I'm like, it's fucking doing something. So just use it. Yeah. But I am looking for another toner because this is not something I want to use all the time. You should tone morning and night. And I want something a little bit more gentle. I kind of alternate between using this morning and night, but once a day, even once every second day is more than enough for me. So yeah, I swear every fucking video I do, I'm always playing with my hair because I just don't know what to do with it. Alright, next up is also by Glow Recipe. Again, a little Instagrammable freaking package. I don't know if it's going to show very well because the autofocus isn't on, but fucking, I have no, what is the word? Coordination. Yes, I am an author. This is the Avocado Melt Retinol Sleepy Mask. So what it is a mask that you sleep in overnight and you wash off in the morning. It doesn't get on your pillows or anything like that. It just sinks into your skin like a really thick moisturizer. And again, this is probably one of the other reasons that I'm like, damn girl, to my skin, because so good. I use it about 2 to 3 times a week, depending on how I'm feeling at the time, but highly, highly recommend this. Retinols are also something that you should be looking at and researching when you get to your mid to late 20s. Depending on your genes might make it so you get wrinkles earlier, or your lifestyle might, or fucking 1,000 different things could be the reason, or you might not have wrinkles at all at like 30 and fuck you. But yeah, retinols is always something that Luna by Sunday Riley is also great. I also use that. I'm really trying to make it so that my skin does not need things like Botox too early. I am going to use them, even though both my fiance and my mother are like horrified. It's just what I'm going to do. But your skincare should be first, so you don't have to do that too early or at all if that's not your thing, which is fine. Next up is Cetaphil. I'm sure like a lot of you already know what this is, especially if you've had bad skin in your younger days like I have and were like looking for something that was going to be gentle and like not break you out. And this, I did rediscover it because I lost my really expensive brand new freaking cleanser that I had, and I punished myself by not letting myself buy another one. And I was like, you have to have a cheap cleanser now because you spent like so much money on that cleanser, you used it once and you left it in a hotel room. So I bought Cetaphil like 6 months ago, and it is just as good, if not better, than that super expensive one. Obviously I'm going to buy the expensive one because I'm just bougie like that, but Cetaphil is such a good freaking cleanser. It's mild, it's gentle, it's not going to break you out. It is like perfect in my opinion. You don't really need all the other fancy stuff. I don't know, like I could be completely wrong, but this is what's right for my skin at least. I don't really need a fancy cleanser. I need to spend my money on things like night creams and moisturizers and oils and retinols. My cleanser, like, its main job is to get the dirt off my skin and not break me out, because cleansers, I have such sensitive skin. So this does the job, it's cheap. I highly implore you to give it a go. And if you have young daughters struggling with their skin and maybe looking for something, I know that I fucking bought everything under the sun to try and help my skin, and so did my mum. So that's a good one. The next up is the Deep Cleanse by Tatcha. This is this is an exfoliating cleanser, so you shouldn't use it every day. But funny story, this is very empty, and it's because I left it in the shower, and Taylor's like, the other day, he's like, oh, I've been using that green bottle cleanser. I really like it. Is it expensive? And I'm like, yeah, it is. And I can just see him in the shower going like, because I fucking hate the way that this comes out, because you try and get like the tiniest bit and then lots comes out, so you have to be quite gentle with it. And I just can't imagine him like delicately tapping it to get it out. So I was like, oh, I thought it was really empty. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like, fine, I actually really like him using my skincare, but he really likes it as well, which is kind of funny. But yeah, this is like a really kind of gentle exfoliator. I don't use it every day because you shouldn't use exfoliators every day. As I say, different skin types are different, and this just makes my skin feel really fresh and clean, and it's beautiful. I love the Tatcha products. I would use every single one if I could, and I probably will get like every single one, but I want to focus more on getting some more black owned brands because I'm very aware that I don't have any in here. So yeah, that is coming next, a haul of that. This is a kind of random one. I don't even know what brands these are. One of them is called Confectionery Delights, and one of them is just not even. Maple Holistics. These are just from Amazon. These are massage oils, so mum, can you just like not watch if you're watching? This one is a vanilla cream, and this is edible, if you know what I mean. So it is safe and natural for other things. I got this because Taylor really likes the scent of vanilla, and also because it's edible. And I actually don't really like the scent of vanilla, things we do for our men. But this is massage oil, and this one is almond, jojoba, and lavender oil. And I love, 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 love this oil. This is not edible or anything else, guys. Just trust me, okay? And lavender, just use it just for massage. The smell of it is so nice. Me and Taylor usually give each other massages all the time. Obviously right now because we can't go out and do it, but this is the loveliest blend of oils, and like its most strong scent is lavender, but it's not overpowering. So nice. And yeah, I don't like this one as much for massage, but Taylor likes it, so yeah. Highly recommend if you have a partner or if you just want like a nice oil. These are really good. They're just from Amazon. I will link them below. So that is my little rant and little sensual one. make sure you give your partner a massage. It is really lovely. Me and Taylor fully go on, like, put all the candles on and make it like a little massage parlor. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Next up is the Neutrogena body oil. This is like $8 and Taylor loves this. Whenever I put it on, he's like, oh my god, you smell so good. And it's like it's a sesame formula. It smells like expensive. It smells super expensive and it's $8 I think, or yeah, $8 a bottle, and you put it on right after you have a shower and you smell so good. And seriously, every time I put it on, Taylor's always complimenting me, and it is so gentle on my skin. I have like keratosis pilaris on my arms, which flares out mostly because I'm eating a lot of shit that I'm intolerant to, and mostly because I'm using the wrong products on my skin. This does not flare it up. If anything, it's helped it so much. So if you're looking like for a lovely nourishing body oil that smells really good, and it smells way more expensive than it is, definitely try the Neutrogena body oil. I got mine from Amazon, so I'll just link it. But I think Amazon might have the best price for it. We'll see. Next up is day conditioner. I only got the conditioner because at the time when I went to buy it, the shampoo was sold out, and I'm so sad. I'm definitely going to get more. I found this because an Instagrammer I follow, her name's called Amber Fill Me Up, I believe, and I feel like I'm looking at the monitor way too much. It's because I'm so nervous it's not filming. She just launched this brand. A, how cute is this packaging? And B, the smell is amazing. Taylor's a huge scent guy, actually. He just confessed to me like 2 weeks ago, after being together for nearly 4 years, that he hates my Chanel perfume. My like signature scent, Mademoiselle Chanel. He's like, I've hated it ever since I've known you. I was like, why didn't you tell me? He's like, I didn't want to like offend you, because I'm wearing like a new perfume now that he loves. And yeah, it was kind of funny. It's like, that's why I always talk about how much I love that perfume, because I hate the other one. And I like, in my head, I kind of knew that he didn't, because whenever I was mad at him, I'd wear it just like to punish him. But that's just something funny. He's very into smells, and he loves it when I'm using like stuff that smells really good. And he always sniffs my fucking hair. So this is really beautiful. It's super nourishing, smells amazing, and I highly recommend it. I'm definitely getting the conditioner when it comes out. I think it's already available on Sephora. I'm just lazy. The next up is Felicia lashes, I believe they're called. You can't really see it in there because I've already used like 4 pairs, and I'm wearing some right now in my eyes. So they come in a little thing like this, and they're like all different style of lashes. So some are more natural looking and some are more like wowzers, like the ones I have on right. Scatty. The ones I have on right now. I can't remember how much they were. I think they were like $10 or something on Amazon, and I love them. Like, they're the perfect size for my face and everything. At first I really didn't like them because the band was too thick and I was having the worst time trying to get them on, and I'm terrible putting lashes on at the best of fucking times, so it was a struggle. But once I got like used to putting them on, so good and really good, reusable. Another Taylor story, he was laughing, he's like, you don't do like much weird kind of annoying things around the house, but the thing that you do is like, whenever you decide to take off your lashes, they're there. Like, if you're like cooking in the kitchen and your lashes are annoying you, you'll fucking take them off and like put them on the kitchen counter and leave them there. And he always gets the biggest fright because he thinks it's like a spider or something, so I've left them, and that was just like, he had a little giggle over that. So that is my thing that I do that it doesn't even annoy him, it's just my little quirk, I guess. So I take my lashes off everywhere and leave them all around the house. But yeah, these are reusable, really, really cost friendly. They have a lot of different styles. Highly, highly recommend. Alright, last up, little baby. Oh, my little baby. Last up. Oh! Oh, stretch it out, girl. Stretch it out. Hi, sit back down, honey. We're almost finished. Alright, next up is my roller skates. Rollerblades. Taylor is getting annoyed with me because I've asked like 4 times which it is. I don't know. I didn't know there was a difference. But I got rollerblades because I feel like a little kid. If I can, I'll like insert a little picture like up here of me, my first outing on my rollerblades. I'm still learning. Taylor says I look like a baby giraffe when I go on them. I literally was like, when I was buying them, I was thinking to myself, I'm like a natural athlete. I will be fucking mint at these. I'll like get out the first time and impress the shit out of Taylor and just be like a fucking rollerblading expert. Next thing I know, I put them on and I'm like, well, they say it's just like riding a bike, not just like riding rollerblades, because that shit is hard. I've forgotten everything I ever learned when I was younger. And Taylor aptly described me as a baby giraffe. Touch wood, I have not fallen yet, but a lot of very close calls. So I'm still learning. So the reason that I got them is Tyler and I decided we wanted like healthy social distancing activities that we can do outdoors that is like good exercise and good for us, and like we can go down by the ocean. And originally first I wanted to get a bike, but I'm like picky as fuck because I said all my life after I stopped riding bikes as a child, you'll never see me on a bike. Never ever. I originally lived by a really famous trail, like a cycling trail. So cycling was really big from where I was from. And I was like, you'll never see me. You'll never see me on a bike for as long as I live. Obviously I changed my tune because quarantine had us being like, we need activities that we can do that are safe and will keep us healthy. And so I was like, I'll get a bike. But I was very specific. I was like, I want a cruiser bike, a beach cruiser bike with a basket on the front. Turns out everyone had that idea. So next up was roller skates, hence the long introduction as to why I got roller skates. But I love them. It is definitely scary because I know that I'm gonna ass up and really fucking hurt myself, but I'm also super excited to get like down by the ocean and rollerblade and be like, oh, Instagram and cute. But I'm just going around our neighborhood at the moment because Taylor thinks that once I get like in a populated area where there's a lot of cars and stuff, I'll be like trying to show off, which is 100% right. I'm so competitive. Even today, when he was like taking a photo of me, I was like, I'll just quickly turn around. He's like, no, like, why do you think the second time going out, you can just do some trick that people take 3 years to do? I'm just like, my like idea of my skills and my actual skills are like two different things. But I'm having so much fun. And I think on my Twitter, I might have said, like, find the joy where you can, especially with everything that's going on right now. If you find joy in something as simple as fucking roller skating, then awesome. Like, who cares what other people think? I definitely, Taylor and I talk about this quite a lot. As adults, we're kind of told to put away our childish pursuits because, you know, you're an adult now, you're not allowed to do this or do that, you have to be sensible. And it's really dangerous because I know a lot of my mental health problems come from being like, I have to act a certain way or be a certain way, and I have to change certain things about myself or appear a certain way, especially on social media. I definitely think I've grown so much from that, but it's so dangerous to be like, well, I have to do this and I have to do this in order to be this or be successful or whatever. It's like, no, if something makes you happy, just do it. Like, try not to look into it too much. Just do it. That's my little fucking spiel. But I feel like I didn't even introduce myself at the start, which it doesn't even matter because there's like 5 people watching this and they're my readers. But yeah, that is a long video. I hope that you got like a glass of wine and some snacks and got through them. But I had a lot to say. And I really hope that I said everything the way that I wanted it to come across. But also if I didn't, then I'm completely okay with that. Completely okay with being wrong and making mistakes because that is part of the journey. So yeah, this was a long one. Thank you so much for making it through. Always let me know in the comments, like especially if you have any places to donate for the Black Lives Matter movement or just in general. Please let me know. What books have you been reading? How have you been feeling like you've been contributing to the conversation? Just chat with me in the comments. As I said, I've said this like 1,000 times, but I'm trying to be a lot more regular on YouTube and especially during those videos. And hopefully I'll be doing like 1 or 2 videos a week. I want to do 2, but I have to like be a little bit more realistic. So yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me and little Scotty. Say thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Oh, she doesn't like that. She's like, why did you just disturb my sleep? Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.